Welcome back to some professional Starcraft 2 from the War Chest Team League, where 8 out of the top 10 casters got together, drafted their fantasy team. And I'm not talking the Korean Terran player, I'm talking from the best of the best. They went around, and let me first introduce, you might have heard of him before, but he's well known as pretty good. He's on Pig's team, the War Pigs. It's Serral. And in the top right, the other Australian sensation, Maynard, picking up the big boy himself for the Dread Knights to face off against the world champion. You need a world champion. It is parting. And we're trying out the new Pro 2020 Observer UI. How can I get this in my game? It already is. If you go to the Observer interface, if you're into casting or just like looking at replays, I'm going to be using it for a while. I like it, but what do you think? Some things could be adjusted if there's enough feedback, but I think it's better. If you're sitting in bed on your phone and this video just came on, well, wake up! It's Parting versus Serral. You're going to want to pay attention. And also be able to see the production tab. Nothing out of the ordinary quite yet. No cannon rush out of Parting. Remember, these Team League matches, a series of best of ones, oftentimes. Sometimes, like in some of the old Team Leagues, there was all-kill format, but I think when you have this many players, the two major types of Team Leagues are all-kill format, where Serral could start and Serral could end the match in a best of 7. And then there is a head-to-head, where you have players picked for a map from your team, and then whatever the other team picked, as obviously you don't know what they picked first, then you put your players out as well. So, yeah, just some things to point out. Supply, workers, army supply. This is resources in both gas and minerals, like how much they have banked up. And if you see the little ticks up or down, it's which player has a significantly higher income. I'm not sure what the threshold is there, but when a player has a significantly higher income, it goes that direction. I'll have to look more into it, aka just cast a few games and figure it all out. Speed on the way. Serral with 2 more in gas. He'll usually do this. I think that's 1 maybe going for Overlord speed. It does make me feel weird. The icons are all bigger, so I feel like I'm closer to the... It makes me want to zoom out a little bit. But I mean, why not? Oh my god, Metabolic Boost is finishing. So fast? Well, the speedlings will be. Did you know? Serral's on 2 bases, by the way. I neglected to point this out. He just now took a 3rd, which, in the scheme of things, is relatively quick. Nope, that's the wrong way. Relatively slow because of the lair, which is relatively quick. He was mining that gas for the lair. He's adding on another. I think this might be a counter to the Adepts. Has he seen the Robo? He's seen the Robo. He hasn't seen much more, and he only saw when the Robo was building, so he doesn't know 100% of the tech. He does know Parting. Really, Parting? You really going to go Disruptor Drops as an opener against Serral? I mean, in a best of 1, you might as well break something fresh out. You got a good chance of taking it home. Just, he's opening Sentry Disruptor Drop. What is this attack? Well, this is, he's feigning like he has real pressure. Like, I've got Sentries, I probably got Immortal in a Prism or something. No. It's going to be Disruptors. Roach speed is on the way. Zerglings. Serral's kind of feeling it out right now. Trying to figure out exactly what he's up against. Not sure what happened over here. An Adept? Maybe? Hallucinated Phoenix? Not sure. Probably Hallucinated Phoenix. Meanwhile, where is that Prism? Where is that Prism? There we go. Zerglings poke forward, looking at the sentries. Sentries not gonna be dealing with that. Did he see the Robobay? He hasn't seen the Robobay yet. So, Serral keeps poking. He wants to deny the third, but he pulls back for the Prism. The Queens are out. There's not that many drones at this base. When the Disruptor pops out, Serral's gonna be a little surprised. So, it killed a drone. It made a Queen very uncomfortable. And a couple larvae as well. I wouldn't say... Really, the opening salvo of the Disruptors... You want to have a bit more of a dramatic effect than that. And by that I mean, uh-oh. That's a problem. Because Serral has taken effectively no damage. He's got 56 workers right now. And he knows you went for Robo. Robobay is a big commitment. And you know what when you open Robobay you do not have? I said in a very confusing manner. You don't have built-in anti-air. When you have a Twilight, at least you have options to get towards Archons. When you go Stargate, obviously Phoenixes. But the one tech path that does not really have any easy anti-air is the robotics facility. So now going for Blink is parting. Nah, parting! Shebal! Parting. All roads lead to Blink. No matter what the opener is, no matter who the opponent or the matchup, we're going Blink Stalkers. Parting stays on brand. I'm not sure if he spotted the Spire. He did. I think it was going to be Blink either way. Parting loves this Blink. I'm hard-pressed to... Against the Serral who's already building Mutas. He's got 66 drones, which is full 3-base saturation. Blink is... Oh my god, the tentacle goop! He gooped it! He gooped the... He contaminated the Twilight Council, which is going obviously here for the Blink upgrade. As Serral... It's not a huge logical leap to figure that one out. I think there are a couple Ruptors in the Prism. Probably would be scarier with Templar, but... He hasn't revealed what's in the Prism, but... The Mutas are already headed across the map. Parting is playing a delaying game, but there is no delay here. Serral has gotten all these bases. He's gotten full saturations. 4th base uncontested. The creep spread's surprisingly good. The Muta's just starting to kill off some probes. It's not like Parting has any to spare here. What is the play? He's got a Disruptor drop and a couple cannons. Blink isn't even done yet because of the Contaminate. Okay, well this is not the ideal situation. Losing a couple Mutas there. 6 probes go down, and all Serral has to do is keep him busy. Serral's got 4 bases. He's got upgrades on the way. He has a better economy. He's got way more income, over 1,000 more, mostly from minerals and gas. Well, I'm looking at the little arrows. Oh my god, so many graphs. Who doesn't love graphs? Smash that like button for more graphs, and then we can make the graph of how many likes this video gets go up. Just like this graph, as you can see. If only my MMR looked like that. 80. Parting coming out with the full-on Gateway army. He's got +1 done, but Baneling speed just completed. Gonna make things more difficult. Blink Stalkers assassinate the Queen. Zergling counterattack. Serral wants to force the issue and draw any amount of attention away. Oh, he wants to get bold with those Ruptors. It ain't gonna happen for now. The Zergling's trying to wrap around the back. Serral looking for the surround. The Disruptor's still in the Prism. A wall of force field. Maybe a little preemptive, but Parting cannot take the chance. He gets surrounded here. Whoop. Changeling slaughtered. Oh my god. I wonder what 3 arrows means. Oh, it's 500 per arrow. I don't know. I think gas might be 200 or 100 per arrow in terms of income per minute. Because right now, Serral has about 100 on each arrow for gas and 500 for minerals. Oh, that's super useful to know. So, with that said, you see those arrows, it's a bad time for Parting. He's getting as close to maxed out as he's ever going to be. He's been bottled up into 3 bases. He hasn't been beaten down yet, but only because Serral hasn't chosen to press the issue. I'm not saying there's no chance here for parting. I'm saying that there's a lot of potential mistakes he could make. There's a lot of things that could go wrong, even if he plays near perfectly. Because right now, Serral he's going on 6 bases. Serral has a hive started. He's maxed out, of course. He's got 80 drones. Plus 2 melee means those banelings 1-shot probes, 2-shot Templar, and aren't so shabby against zealots either. Small counterattack, but it's enough to drag a warp-in and some units back. Parting desperately trying to take another base. A hard wall here, but he blasts through. Triple kill on the pylons. So far, Parting will hold, but Serral's just testing the defenses. Looking for gaps in the armor that he can stab any amount of units directly through to those vital bases. The Disruptor drops still. I don't know how many kills the Disruptors have gotten this game, but either way, it's a disappointment. Maybe it can turn it all around. Another Zergling counterattack at the 4th. Looking for more. Parting's holding, but here comes the Hive Tech. Viper, Burrow, Adrenal Glands, +1 ranged attack. Not nearly as important as those others. But you got to keep that dramatic tone, otherwise you guys won't realize that this Hive Tech spells potential disaster. Oh! Oh! He did it! He did the force field donut on the Banes, but in the end, doesn't even matter, as the whole Zerg army, the real meat of it, comes crashing into the 4th. Bane legs from both sides! Damned if you do, blink if you don't. Doesn't make sense. Parting's still somehow at 180 supply. Serral doesn't break through, but he doesn't seem to drop below 200. How do you stop him? Where's my Ultraless Cavern? Not Parting. Serral. Easily confused. Why are they using these colors? They use, like, team colors, which are sometimes very hard to see. +3 melee, +1 carapace. If there were ever a time for Ultras, this would still not be it. But why not? Yeah, against this many Blink Stalkers and some Disruptors, it's not. But I mean, think about the fans, Serral. Won't you think about the fans? He's like, that's for people who don't win all the tournaments. What, you mean Raynor? Got him. Storm starts. Oh my god, this is how you know Parting's desperate. Storm starting. Like, are you trying to say that you can't solve this with Blink Stalkers? Oh my god! Hello! Goodbye! Yanks to the Colossus! Man, the Harpoons! Disruptor! Oh my god! Center mass! Nearly maximum damage! You can't hit much more than that. That Disruptor waited 10 minutes almost to become useful. And useful it was. Serral's making 96 Zerglings, which is, you know, a few. But that Disruptor, while it didn't win the game, it saved the game. If that Disruptor doesn't connect, then he just gets run over. I think like 20 supply evaporated instantaneously. Oh my god. Serral is going into triple-digit lings and high double-digit banelings. Lings and blings. He doesn't have that much gas left over here. But of course, he's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait. 5. You know, I'm struggling to count, and that means he has a lot. I can count real good. I know my numbers. And these numbers spell disaster for Parting still. Oh, he hallucinates a Colossus. Oh, and it works! That Colossus was halluc! But in the end, does it even matter? He picks up the Disruptor. He's looking for an opportunity. Chargelot's holding the line. How is Parting holding the line? How did he hold again? And then he chases down the Ravagers. The follow-through forces the split forward. And Parting actually pushes him out, losing only 3 probes. I don't understand exactly what happened. Disjointed attack from Serral. You would think with that many banelings that he might be able to carry it through. but parting once again shuts the door on him. But here we go, another round. Another few dozen banelings from both sides, from every side. Curveball, quadruple kill on the Ravagers. The banelings looking for a juicy target and finds only whatever's left. Don't shame the Archons. They're perfectly thick. Yes, I said juicy though. It requires a moistness. Anyways, Serral has almost even army supply. Drags in a Colossus. Another Colossus. Wait. Serral, well, he's holding. It looked a little dicey for a second. Parting stepped a little too far on the creep. Got his key units dragged out. Corrosive bile thrown up, and the prism knocked down. That production tab for parting looking a little empty. Of course, that's partially how Protoss works, but his upgrades are +3 attack, blank charge, storm, and thermal lance. Serral has... Oh, he does have Burrow. Burrow Banes against Protoss? Oh, there's no storms. He has to use Archons. There's just not enough. The tower defense Zerg. At some point, you run out of money. At some point, a 7-base income, no matter how much you micro your Blink Stalkers, no matter how much you land your disruptor shots, is no match for the Swarm. A exciting match. I hope we didn't drop too many frames in this earthquake in an art museum. But that was just the banelings and disruptors connecting so hard. I like the UI, even though it confused me a little bit. And you tell me your thoughts. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all the other exciting things better YouTubers tell you to do. Buy my merch. I think it still works. Anyways, good luck, have fun, see you next time.